in Bahrain is about retention of the high-value customers. Yes, we will lose some customers because if the overall market is not growing and a third operator comes, which they did last year, the third license was issued, in a market which is 1.2 million people. So when you have three operators and the market is not growing, naturally you will lose market share. We know that. So our marketing and sales guys and promotions guys have to be focused. If you have to lose customers, well, you better not lose your high-value customers, those customers who spend more with you today, but also you can't lose those customers who your market analysis shows will be the future high-spending customers. So in Bahrain, we focused about market leadership. We focused on the retention of the high-value mobile and business customers, but we're very pragmatic. We will not be able to hold on to every customer we had in the past because the new entrant has very, very aggressive offers. And when you have, for example, construction industry workers that don't have a lot of disposable income, they will go from one offer to the other. So their loyalty is very, very hard to win. You just retain them campaign by campaign. But in Bahrain, it is about focusing on the right customers and retaining them. But also here in Bahrain, it's about investing. It's investing in platforms for the future that will give us growth opportunities. It's also investing in innovation, for example, new technologies. It's investing in improving our processes, including the CRM, how we actually manage the relationship with the customer. And it's about positioning the brand, because when a market gets flooded with different brands, customers make decisions pretty much on brands as well. So it's about market leadership, and it's also about cost management. In markets where you're not growing and you're the market leader and you have lots of regulatory reform, you also have to manage very, very carefully the cost equation. So again, cost leadership is important, and we're rethinking our costs. We're looking at new business models, outsourcing activities, sharing facilities, like it has happened in other parts of the world. Our industry here in Bahrain, the Middle East, is ready for new business models to reduce the cost. And by reducing the cost of the operation, not only are you improving your margins, but you're delivering better value to your customers. So everything we're doing in Bahrain is aimed to how do we retain good customers, how do we sell more products to the existing customers, but also making the company a lot more competitive. Now, Bahrain, as you mentioned, is probably about 64–65% of our total revenue. We've started to grow overseas through acquisitions. Our strategy overseas is different to Bahrain. In Bahrain, it's retention and market leadership. Overseas is growth and scale. And we're growing in mobile businesses and in growing in markets that penetration levels are lower. And we're looking for more growth through acquisitions, predominantly in mobile and in broadband. So scale overseas and growth, retention and market leadership in Bahrain. First of all, if you look at our industry strategically, in the next 5 to 10 years, there will be tremendous consolidation. The days that standalone companies with small customer bases, telco companies existed, those days are over. As you're reaching high levels of penetration in various countries, it forces consolidation. So we see that world, and if you're going to go through a consolidation, through a marriage, well, you need to make sure you bring value to the table. And you will bring value to the table through revenues, through diversification, through numbers of customers. So we are grooming ourselves to become a company which is diversified. We operate in multiple markets. We operate predominantly in high growth products and services like mobility and then content that gets delivered on that. Because we believe in the next 5 to 10 years, as I mentioned, there will be consolidation, and most likely we will become part of a much bigger regional and global telco. But we're driven through increasing the scale of the operation. Because again, to survive, for example, if you have scale, procurement, you buy equipment at a much lower cost. You're able to deliver applications to your customers across a much wider customer base. So the telecommunications companies of the future, which I believe are all about multimedia and delivering information, scale is very important. We need to be relevant to many more customers, not just to a few customers in a few markets. So we're trying to build that scale to be able to deliver our services to many customers across the region. We don't aspire to be global. We aspire to be a leading regional company with a very strong mobile customer base, because we believe that base in the future will take more services than just voice and SMSs. It will start accepting applications, content, And the larger the customer base, the better chance we have to deliver that content.